All right, it is the drop. It is Thursday. We're live from Cactus Music World headquarters.
We are indeed.
Here we are. Quinn's got the list, and we're going to jump in. What do we got today?
We got an unusual list. You know, we're going to talk. You and I have talked about that. People might need some help picking a holiday gift item for the music fan in their life. And the thing is, you know, now a lot of people, they don't necessarily buy recorded music. They don't necessarily buy an LP. They don't necessarily buy a CD. They're streaming, but they're still huge music fans. And where do you get them? And we're here to tell you that we have something for everybody here at the record store. And I kind of want to profile this as, sure, it's about Cactus, but this is a lot of stuff that you can get at most every great record store that's near you. If you're watching, so you're not near Cactus or whatever, there's a great record store in your town that probably has a lot of this stuff. And it's just a reminder, prompt you to great stuff to pick up. And if you are near Cactus, you're very fortunate you live in Houston, Texas, because we got a bunch of great record stores in our town. And I love that about it. Okay, let's kick it off. You know, I've got some really interesting stuff here. So
you do.
I got a whole gaggle of stuff. So we call this the Sip in Style portion of our store. And we got coffee mugs with Taylor Swift. These are great ladies right here. Selena, Taylor Swift, Dolly. So we got some mugs there.
These are in stock right now.
They're in stock right now.
And they are ready to move.
And they are cool. It's this great company called The Found that does, it's basically fan art transformed to mugs. They do pins, they do patches and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, there's not enough Selena stuff out there. There's plenty of Taylor Swift out there, but Selena stuff sells like crazy.
Yes.
Every year. And
somebody was blasting Selena the other day. So sorry.
As they should.
Yes.
And don't forget the dudes. We also have the dudes can sip in style. We have a selection of pint glasses. So man, if you're a Pink Floyd fan, AC/DC fan, Metallica fan, we got pint glasses.
They make them in all different.
You. Yeah, and you get one for each album cover. Pretty cool. And
that is cool.
I've owned a set of these before. I had the Stones ones, and man, they were really durable and made it through the dishwasher without
any problems.
Still got the few that I didn't break.
I just watched the documentary that they're in, Squaring the Circle.
Oh, I heard that's awesome.
Man,
yeah, I got to see that,
brother.
It's on the list. I got to see it. And this is great. So this is something that's unique to Cactus, unique to Houston. But I think some of the other record stores haven't. You might see this stuff around town. So this is our good friend Jim Cohn, and he's an artist, and he creates these paintings of, some are not with us anymore, some are, but great Houston destinations. And these make awesome gifts for if you have a displaced Houston friend, like if your friend in college that you guys used to go to the Gallant Night and rock out to Chemistry, the great Houston all-girl soul band back in the day. He's got the Gallant Night sign. These are his original artwork. There's Blancos, which is no longer their classic country music venue right down the street.
Right down the street.
I miss it. Used to go there with my wife a bunch. And then, of course, Numbers. Still rocking. And another one that's still there. These guys still rocking it hard, too. So these are great. And we do a deal where you can get a couple for
Cactus.
You can get two. You can get two for a little bit of discount. And man, they're great to frame in a series of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
This is one of the best things if you have a friend that used to live here and lives out of town. Great gift.
This is perfect.
Great gift. A lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
So another thing that's always been huge has been action figures, which has not necessarily been like a rock and roll thing. But there's a couple of companies that are doing it really well. The Super 7 company, they do stuff and they pick some niche artists. And dude, if you think you don't need a Bootsy Collins,
do we call them action figures? What do we call them?
I don't know. I think action figure sounds a little weird, but you don't want to call them like a doll or something like that.
Yes.
But I think Jeff Balke. I'm thinking like that's a solid Jeff Balke bass player guy. And look at the
you cut out the cardboard and make the Bootsy glasses. Hell yeah!
And Funko, of course, makes a lot of stuff. There's Ace. You can get a mini. He's way cuter as a Funko figure.
Yeah, lovable. He's lovable.
He's freaky as hell now. But
well, I bought the white stripes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
that's right.
From you guys, and it's sitting on my desk at work, and people walk back and goes, "What is that? Who? What are those?"
It's fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
So it's now it's back in with the music stores are doing really well with that. They used to be just like comics and movies and stuff. Now music popular. Is happening.
And you've made it if they make one of you.
So I got a crazy number for you, and I didn't actually know until we started doing this. We have One of the best, Ruben and I have discussed this, one of the best things you can do to support an independent business is buy a t-shirt from that business.
Exactly.
It's generally a more high margin item for them, and you're advertising for them wherever you go. Cactus being an almost 50-year brand, we have 28 different t-shirts that are just ours.
And they're all cool.
And they're all cool.
They're all cool.
So a lot of people, these make great stocking stuffers, and that can go work for any record store. Here's our adaptation of the Cheap Trick logo, very popular typewriter font. And of course we co-opted, in addition to, we have like 5 different logos. Well, that wasn't enough, so we had to there's our Gillies knockoff. You also get the custom apparel tag there that looks extra fancy, extra swanky. It's like you're and then we get kooky stuff like, where else you gonna get a shirt that's got the British Parlophone 45 RPM?
Is that what that is?
Logo? Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
And then if you're a big Stripes fan, Judge Reinhold, this is a good one. I'm wearing this and this. So we do a lot of like silly royalty-free shirts. Again, buy a shirt at a local record store. I love it. They will love you.
I love it.
You know what's back?
What?
Cassettes.
They've
been back.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think it's like, oh man, that's like really hip. Like, no.
Yeah.
Young people that are inheriting their parents and grandparents' cars, and they're getting into cassettes because that's what you. They can play them. That's what you put in there. So cassette culture is back in a big way, and I think it's kind of a mystery to some people. So there's books that explain why that is the case.
So I've been seeing, because you know me, I nerd out on YouTube rabbit holes, and I follow a lot of music channels, and so like the old Fostex little 4-tracks, and a couple of other companies that made them. Those suckers are like in demand right now. People really buying up tape because they want that really analog, make it at home yourself. If you don't want to get on, Pro Tools or whatever, is that you? I don't know.
That's me. I turned it off.
Who knows? It's the drop viewers are already calling because they want all of this merchandise.
The request lines are now
that's
open.
a thing. And then I was watching this one guy, and he was going to garage sales and guitar shows, and one of his big find was a box of like Memorex or something. They were all in the package, and he's like, "This is gold."
And you know what else? Chrome tape. You can get normal bias tape. You can't get chrome tape, and a lot of the hip hop guys are recording, doing their mixtapes on.
I didn't know that.
And they want chrome tape because it sounds better, right?
People, no one's making that right now. There you go.
No one's making it. So here's some cassette, like little notebooks if you need to write some notes, and also we have a cassette tape dispenser, which is really funny.
It's perfect.
So there's a lot of cassette tape stuff in here, and I think people think it's as we describe cassette tapes now somewhat back in demand.
And you haven't had the full cassette experience until the cassette tape has physically gotten stuck in the player.
Oh yeah.
And you very carefully have to take it out, and then you got to get the pencil to wind it.
And we have thousands of tapes. If you're driving
What's
around,
your selection here? What's your selection?
I just grabbed random stuff. But
George
it's
Strait
solid.
cannot go wrong. Garth Brooks cannot go wrong, and Whitney Houston.
And if you think you're going to find these at the mall, forget about it. You got to come to an
indie
record store.
It's a 3-pronged country music attack.
you got to go to your favorite local record store to find stuff like that. It is excellent. Okay.
All right.
Can I talk to you a minute about quality music themed hosiery?
Let's. Canada, this is a discussion every day.
I mean, you got some Jimi Hendrix.
Okay, these are like the thigh highs, right?
So right. And then we got a kind of normal high, but I mean, we have different music licenses on socks. You can also those are cool. You can get a mariachi girl sock, or if you need socks of a gnome drinking beer, we got those for you too. Socks are huge. Everybody sees cool socks wherever they go.
For some reason, my family thought that I really, really loved socks, and I have thrown drawers of those away or gone to Goodwill. And I've never worn them. It's like the first year it was cute.
Right.
But then you've got like a fish smoking a pipe. Those kind of weird ones.
It's the new tie.
It is the new tie. Tabasco.
Socks are the new tie.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think a lot of independent record stores also have, you can walk in there in an effort to pump up their scans or sales of physical goods. You've got major recording artists making autographed items available to you, autographed copies. So there's the Grammy award-winning John Batiste album. You got Sam Smith. You got Conan Gray, teen heartthrob Conan Gray.
He's having
He's having
a moment.
And Florence and the Machine. Like, you can get all these as autographed items at our store. They make cool stocking stuffers.
Last year, what was the cassette? And she's done it a couple of times. It wasn't Red. Taylor put out the vinyl, and she also put out the CD. And you guys had a few. We had
hundreds of autographs.
So I bought one for a friend of mine. She's a huge Taylor fan. Oh my God! You would have thought I'd just given her a suitcase full of money. She was so excited.
She signed like 30,000 CDs, like 5,000 a day or something like that.
God bless her.
Yeah, that's that for the fans. That's great stuff.
Come on.
Great stuff. And then tomorrow, and then we also get stuff like this. You can find this at an indie rec store. So there's a brand new Roseanne Cash reissued LP tomorrow. One of her great albums, The Wheel. And guess what? If you buy it at the independent record stores, it's autographed. You get an autographed poster. So keep that in mind. You might, if you don't see them at your local record store, ask like, what you got. We have a whole display of autographed.
You can frame items. That one.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
That's a beauty.
And
here, put that
on one of the
greats.
Wrinkled. Rankled.
Put it
in Texas, it's rankled.
Rankled. Yeah, we don't want to get rankled.
Rankled. Also have a lot of books by local authors, which we cover a lot on here. Our good friend Bob Ruggiero, the classic Bob reader. And if you pick up this book or buy it for a friend for the holidays, they probably saw shows that are covered in this book or previewed in this book. Yeah. So there's that.
He had the in-store a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was great.
Yeah,
Molly's rock out.
I showed up.
Ruben showed up. Our good friend Dave Insminger, we stock all of his great tomes on punk rock, and even some celebrity regional. Get the autographed copies of the Ray Wiley Hubbard book, and
love that.
And what I know is like he still does this for us. He doesn't do it for anybody else, but I'll call up Judy and be like, "Can you send us some more autographed books?" Just like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I've said it before. One of my favorite interviews at home during COVID, in the lockdown, during Zoom. He was kind enough to take a few minutes.
One of the funniest humans that
he was so sweet.
He is ridiculously cool and zen, super zen and cool.
Yeah.
Hey, and let's talk about wall records.
Wall records.
If you don't know what wall records are, that generally affectionately refers to the fact that you can walk in a record store, and generally on their wall are really cool original pressings of records that you just don't find in the bins anywhere else. Yeah. And we pay a lot of money for these records, and that's why they cost a lot of money. There's an original, The Misfits, Walk Among Us, or maybe they want, it helps if you hold it right side up, right? Or maybe they want an original 45 RPM Metallica record that's long out of print. Pretty much all the record stores you go to, I know that all the Houston stores have this. They got great stuff up on the walls. You want to really wow somebody for Christmas? That's how you do it.
For what this is, $300 ain't bad.
No, it's good.
That's a good price.
It's good.
That is a good price.
To have an original. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like first edition books for records, really.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about here.
Come on, baby.
And you can't talk about Houston, Texas, and indie record stores without talking about Houston hip hop and how important that is to the culture here.
I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going, right? And this kind of falls into the local authors too.
Yeah.
DJ Screw products. We can have a bunch of those, and we're going to make an announcement about us. Watch our socials and our email. We've got a cool DJ Screw LP announcement for you. And our good friend Lance Scott Walker wrote. He also wrote the text for the big Houston rap book. We carry these, and we also have DJ Screw posters. And I think a lot of the stores around town have this, but this is there. 10 years ago, there were no books documenting Houston rap, and now there's like a bunch because people culturally,
Cam did that big exhibit a year or two ago.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
When P Diddy comes to your town and talks about Houston rap, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it is a big deal. And of course, we talk about them every week on the drop. Indie store exclusives. Your local record store has stuff that you can't find in any other stores in town. Like, hey man, you got that first Stone Roses EP that got reissued that you could never find in original. You can find that at your local record store, as well as hey, we just got a new shipment of these. They've been gone. I don't know if it was a warehouse find or something, but the Beatles indie store exclusive now and then just showed back up.
Right.
And then you get stuff like this, where this has never been reissued. It just gets reissued. AFI, their big records, Sing the Sorrow. This is the kind of stuff you're going to find at indie record stores. And it's cool. Wow your friends. Wow your friends with good
I like some
cool
amplifiers.
stuff. And then let's have a word about the compact disc.
Come on.
Because the compact disc,
We're going to talk compact disc in a minute.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that,
Yeah.
that people say compact disc sales are off. Our sales are still very robust.
Yeah.
There's a lot of content that you can't stream, that you can't afford to buy an LP.
Right.
But the CD format makes sense for it, especially box sets. And there's really no place to shop. I mean, think about the big CD sellers during the heyday. They're all gone. You know, your Borders, your Circuit Cities, Best Buy doesn't carry.
Yep.
Walmart, your independent record store. If you want to buy a CD for a friend,
That's the place to get it.
That's a place to get it. And we have people that drive from all over South Texas to come here and shop for CDs. So much for the death of the format. It's still rocking for us. There's
a ton of it
rocking. There's some stores. This is one of those things where we share ideas with other record stores around the country.
Yeah.
And this is one of the ones that, like, we started doing it, and I started telling people about it, and everybody started doing it. Independent record stores have a button machine.
Yeah.
And this is where the scratched up CDs that still have good booklets, this is where they go to die. We use our button machine, and we make buttons out of old CD booklets. So you can walk in the store and find, there's a Tina Turner button for you. There's a Waylon Jennings button for you. John Coltrane. Where aren't you going to find a John Coltrane
tenor? And he's playing tenor.
This is going to blow people away. And, you know, this is the kind of thing people dig through the bowl and they go, an Esquivel button? What? You got an Esquivel button? Aretha. We had a guy come in from a touring drummer that was visiting Rockin' Robin across the street and had come into, it was just browsing.
I heard of this touring drummer.
Yeah. And he's leafing through the bowl and he goes, like, literally hauled up, like, what? And I was like, what'd you find? And we had made a button out of Jim Keltner, who's like one of the, played with all the
great session and touring drummers. Sure, of course.
And that's like his favorite drummer. He's like, I cannot believe, like, this was so weird. It's like, that's what we do. You got music fans making buttons.
Yeah.
And we add to them all the time.
Yeah.
We just dig through the bowl.
At which point you said, ooh, that's very rare. That's $100.
$1. But you can dig through this. You can dig through that and find something that's going to make somebody freak out.
And you guys have, and I don't know if you have them down there, but you guys got a little cool little basket of patches up by the desk.
We got patches.
There's one up there that
You're going to slap on something?
I've had my eye on.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. Yeah, there's some good ones. There's some really good ones.
By the time I get ready to buy it, it's going to be gone, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Do you lay away?
For a patch? Sure, for you, anything.
Thank you.
50% down, and
that's $100.
$100. $100. It's Rayman pricing. It's either $1 or $100.
Yeah.
One of the things we do, I think most great stores have a charitable component to what they do.
Yes.
We do that with a bunch of different stuff. We generally partner with charities around Record Store or whatever, but our ongoing pet charity is Pup Squad.
Yep.
And we do a Cactus music coloring book designed by our staff here. And this is $5, and 100% of what the whole $5 goes to support animals that can't get fostered. Really, it's people like you and me fostering animals that would otherwise get destroyed. And you can color our logo, you can color the banana from the Velvet Underground record, the Andy Warhol, and you can get to color Cactus music if you want.
Cool.
You give $5 to a good cause. Great for kids. We'll give them like a coloring page to it. This is one of my favorite things that Misa that put this together for us. Is she captured? If you've been to Cactus, it's now gone. It's sadly gone, but the stop sign had all the stickers all over it. They changed the stop sign one day. It was like 2 months ago. It was here like 7 a.m. I'm like, what is that sound? And they took our stop sign with all the stickers on it. So
they didn't say, hey, would you like?
So let me tell you.
That is
people
a knife in my
stickers,
heart.
You gotta put stickers on the back of
the new one.
Yeah.
Let's okay.
All
right. Let's get.
But you'll see, if you frequent local businesses,
you're going to see this kind of stuff.
Indie record stores, they're going to have something going on at Christmas that allows you an opportunity to throw a little cash towards a great charity.
Yeah.
Whether it's a pet charity or human charity.
Yeah.
Do that. It'll make you feel good. Santa Claus will like you better.
And we're going to do a little thing for Pup Squad in February. More
on
that.
We'll let you guys know. That's going to be a big deal.
It's going to be fun.
Most, if not all, truly great independent record stores have an alignment, an arrangement, an association
with beer,
and a great local craft brewery. Ours, our business partners, actually. The St. Arnold Brewing Company. Hey, there's their Irish Hello, their new stout. This is great winter beer.
You say goodbye.
I say
Irish hello.
Irish hello.
That's good. That's
terrible.
terrible.
I like it. I'm good with it. So for this weekend, for through Christmas, Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 4, you can enjoy a cold, refreshing St. Arnold beverage while you shop. And then we're getting into January. It's going to be a bunch of cool in stores, and you can always see some great free live music on the Cactus stage and enjoy a beer. And
I love that.
And I can't, starting this weekend, you come shop here. We're going to give you a coupon sheet that has 10 great coupons for next month. So you can visit Cactus in 2024 and in January and save some money. And
I love it.
And that's what we're doing. And I think that's what a lot of other great stores near you are doing. And I hope that provided some gift
shopping ideas
for you.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you get those gifts on Christmas that you don't want, take them back and come to Cactus. Get the money and come here.
I'm going to tell you.
And buy the thing you want.
I left this out.
What's that?
We do this kooky thing where if you get a gift card to another music retailer and you want to spend it here, we will use that. We will use that for, like, you get a Home Depot. We've even done it for Home Depot. We had a guy that's like, hey, he's got a Home Depot. You was like, yeah, we got to buy some crap at Home Depot for the store. So you can actually use that credit.
That's currency.
You get a $50 gift card to one of our competitors. We will, or let's say one of the big boxes for sure.
Sure.
We'll give you that credit here, and we'll just use it to buy toilet paper or something for the store. Turn those gift cards into Cactus Gold.
I can't tell you how many of those I've lost.
I know. Yeah. They're in the drawer. They're counting on you to do that. They're counting on you.
I'm no good with them, man.
We don't do that. We want you to spend your gift card.
I would have led with that. That's good.
I know, it's good. I forget. How did I forget that?
How did you forget that?
Yeah, I needed a gentle reminder.
Is that everything on the shelf?
That is most of everything on the shelf, so and that puts you squarely in the vinyl vault.
The vinyl vault. All right. So, of course, I forgot my album, so I had to find one here in the store. So, for all the OGs out there, you might remember this. This is Thomas Dolby, the golden age of wireless.
MTV, baby.
MTV days, 100%. And it's a cool album because, Thomas he had his own thing, 100 for sure. But he was kind of like this maniac, mad scientist, one-man band, right? That did all this, produced the damn thing himself, except for one track. Everybody knows She Blinded Me with Science.
Everybody at the big hit.
But it's a really good record to just put on and let it go.
It's a brilliant record.
It
really is.
And, the airwaves flying north, Europa and the Pirate Twins, one of our submarines.
That's my favorite song.
I love that record. So good. And it's kind of ridiculous as a song just for but it's really great. And a lot of people don't know Thomas went on to play and collaborate with a lot of people.
Oh, he's on a mountain of records.
You would be amazed.
Session pro.
Yeah. And he's so good. And it was just an odd little album, at the time. But it was like the MTV era, new wave, anything goes kind of a thing, something with the kitchen sink in it could be a hit one week. And then some guy blowing into a little, melodica could be a hit the next week.
Well, he had great videos, which obviously put it over.
Great art design there,
But I think this record kind of throws in the bucket of like, it's an 80s thing. It is what it is. But it's way better than that. It's way more fully realized.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there. Artistically, it kind of drifts from track to track. And there's a lot of artists of that era that the two songs you saw on MTV,
that was it.
That's it.
That's
all
it.
they got.
Yeah.
That is not the case.
That is not the case with Thomas Dolby.
Record.
Yeah, it's got a lot of cool. It's got a lot of cool parts to it. A lot of, like he said, it stylistically it moves around a little bit in his world of keyboards and early, early on the early onset of programming and sampling and
that's what I was going to say is that he was like really one of the leaders as far as the tech charge of Fairlight programming and all that stuff. And that is why he is on so many records, because like
people are like,
what is that sound?
yeah,
I want
first
that on my
first of
record.
all, in 1986 or whatever, a Fairlight was $120,000.
Right.
You know,
And there's 3 guys that know how to use
it. And they're all from MIT.
I'm trying to think of all the records. I know for a fact. So he's on Foreigner 4.
Yeah.
Which is, they're, I mean,
Massive
they were already selling a lot of
Yeah.
records, but that's the big breakthrough.
Yeah.
And
Seismic.
and a lot of the keyboard stuff is on there. And he's on a ton of stuff. I think maybe that even distracted him from his record making, because he was so busy as a producer and contributor to other people's work. But this is a really fun record. I like it. It's all things at once. It's a little proggy.
Yeah.
So like your kind of old school, like prog rock guys can relate to it. It's certainly new wavy, and there's a lot of modern sounds on it. It's super quirky, kind of poetic lyrically in a lot of places. You're like, what is he talking about?
Little ambient moments.
Yeah, he's a great singer, and from a like an engineering standpoint, how the record is all screwed together, like it's a great headphone record.
Yes, all of those.
Yeah.
Or as Rodney would say, my longtime photographer, all that in 3 bags of chips.
You know what I love about my pal Ruben here is like he can roll in, be like a minute before my vinyl vault record is this. I'm like, oh yeah, right on.
It's in the house,
Yeah.
and I just forget because I leave at 4:30 in the morning. I'm not awake.
No,
I shouldn't even be driving, when I'm out at that hour. But anyway,
it was funny. The last one you did, it was like that we did like that on the hip. That
World Party.
There was that one too. I was thinking about the Robert Palmer.
Robert Palmer, yeah.
Robert Palmer, yeah. It's like that's such a.
I brought that one though. I did bring that one. Because I was like, yeah, it's cool. So anyway, all right, guys, there you go. So I think you've been seeing it on the crawl down here. We've been putting the Cactus website up. What are the hours for shopping? You're coming down for the holidays and you want to buy stuff. What are the hours?
Expanded hours, weekdays, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Then, and that includes Sunday, and then Friday, Saturday till 9 p.m. So you get an extra hour of quality
shopping.
Store shopping. And if you haven't been to our store before, it is visually, there's something to look at every
little corner, man. Just look around, look up, because you're going to see things.
Come with a list, because
come with a list, and get ready to shop till you drop. Any in stores coming up? Shop till the drop. Any in stores? Any performances?
We're going to announce it. We're sitting on it. We're going to announce a calendar. We're going to announce a January, February calendar, and it's going to be good.
I love it. All right, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Let's see where we are on time, since we are in charge of our own destiny. We got 2 minutes. So what am I going to do in this 2 minutes? I think we mentioned it before. I am excited about some live music in the new year.
Me too.
I will be attending a show at White Oak Music Hall. The band is from Belgium. I love them. Little 3-piece called Brutus. I think it's only their second tour of the United States. I'm incredibly excited about that. And then in March, the Kills come to House of Blues. I didn't go. Did you attend Queens of the Stone Age?
I did not. Our staff went, and they thought it was terrific. Yeah. And who opened that show?
Somebody incredible.
I think Death Heaven opened
Somebody
that show. Right? No.
Was it Eagles of Death Metal?
No.
Because I know that they were hanging backstage with them.
It was Spiritualized opened that show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy, well.
I couldn't go anyway, but.
Again, would
have liked to see
shows code. You know how I found out that Queens was coming? They did these things with coasters at a bar, and they had the dates on them. I don't even know where we were, and we were at Dan Electro's, and I picked it up and I was like, what?
Wow. I mean, social media is great. You can connect with tons of people,
but a coaster,
that is the new technology taking off.
That's how you know you are hip.
Everything old is new again.
That's how you know the kids are into what you're doing.
You think bands fly our cars as much as we used to have to back in the day for shows? You think kids and bands have to fly our cars as much as we used to? I don't know, man. And telephone poles, we'd get the staplers and we'd hit the pop, 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 pop. We do the staplers, we do the cars, I remember just evenings at Kinko's. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then like, all right,
And if you knew somebody that worked at Kinko's, that was gold.
that was solid.
That was amazing. All right, we're wrapping it up. That is the drop. We're going to jump out of here. We'll see you next Thursday at 12:30 live from Cactus Music World Headquarters. I botched it in the beginning and at the end.
Huh.
I'm pressing the button.
Nothing but quality here.
I'm just letting you know I'm going to press the button, and that's how you know it's over.
Hit that button, DJ.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Put the needle on the record.